Adam Chris from MyMMANews.com being joined by Ahmad Alatmah, and he is taking on Ocatvious Slaughter this weekend, June 18th, just a couple days away at Gut Check Championship Series. This bout serves as the co-main event of the evening and is for the 135-pound junior Muay Thai Championship. Pending a win, this will be this young man's 10th championship belt to his name. I am honored to be joined by Ahmad and his coach, Rami Elite. Gentlemen, it's fight week. How are we?
Doing good, man. Thank you for having us, bro. I appreciate you always doing what you do.
I always appreciate you guys. I always appreciate your time. And let's get straight into it. First things first. Now, I've gotten to call Ahmad's fights before. I've seen him around the fight circle and the scene, and I've gotten to chop it up a little bit with him. But this is my first time that I've actually gotten in-depth conversation with him. So I want to utilize the time while I have it. So I'd like to begin your venture into the United States. I'm always announcing on the microphone, Syrian refugee, and you've absolutely flourished now coming to the States. What brought you here?
He came here to America to look for a better life and for a new home, and obviously a better life than what they were going through, what they fled away from.
Understandable. So were you already training in Muay Thai when you were over there, or was it when you finally came over and met Rami that you made this transition?
No, I met Rami.
It was when you met Rami. So how did that bond form? How did you guys come together, make this bond, and start making these championships, start counting by the numbers?
كيف يعني بدأت الفايت يعني انت فكرت فيها؟ لا بركة من هون كانت بالصدفة وشفنا السايت وشفنا اسم عربي رامي دخلنا وهذا. He said they were actually just driving by and they saw the sign and it looked. They saw that the sign had an Arab name, so they walked in and they looked for somebody to train and all of a sudden he said it happened so fast.
What piqued your interest in Muay Thai or just even combat sports in general?
شو اللي خلاك تحب الموي تاي يعني الفايت في شيء حب ولا انت بس؟ اللي مريت فيه بحياتي خلى قلبي ياسر. He said what he went through in his life, seeing what he's seen, made his heart this way.
So, being through the hardened situations that you've seen, do you think has helped blossom you into the fighter that you are today, almost coming full circle, if you will, as harsh as that is?
He said, yeah, that's basically what made him this way, is what he went through.
Gotcha. So getting into the fight, you're on quite a streak, and obviously you have the hardware to prove it. Now, you've been staying very active in your time here, and you're still such a young man. What do you see as your long-term goal within the sport of Muay Thai?
ايش الجول الكبير بحياتك اللي انت بدك اياه في الموي تاي؟ انا بشتغل اكسب كل شيء قدامي. All he's gonna do is keep working hard and break everything that's in his way.
I love it. So what's in your way right now is the big challenge in Ocatvious Slaughter. Both of you guys come from solid, well-respected academies. What do you think about him as an opponent? I know you've seen him fight before. What do you think about him as an opponent?
نحترم كل واحد، نحترم كل جيم، بس احنا حنروح حنسوي اللي حنسويه. He said he respects every opponent, every gym, but he's going to do what he does best.
Now, what you've been doing best is just winning. I mean, for lack of better words, it's just winning, winning, winning. Did you expect to see just this thriving career blossoming when you stepped foot into Rami Elite?
فكرت حتكون تفوز البلد بسرعة لما دخلت هون؟ لا بس الفضل كله برجع على مدربي الطريقة اللي دربني بيها. He said no, he did not think he would be winning this much this fast. But it all goes back to. I'm sorry.
You're fine. No worries. Yes, sir.
He said it all goes back to his trainer and his gym and the training that he's getting here.
Not expecting what, and I said not expecting what you've got. And can you hear me now?
1 second.
No problem.
Say that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry about
And
that.
we're back. We're fine now. You're fine, brother. So I said, not expecting what you've gotten. Can you tell me the transition and how good it must feel that you came from the situation that you have and now you have such a blossoming future over here in the States? How good does that feel? Like you said, you weren't expecting all of this winning coming your way.
هذا الفضل بيرجع لرب العالمين ولمدربي ولاعيبتي. He said this is all he could say is that this is all thanks to God. Without him, nothing would be what it is, and his trainer and his family.
Mm. Do you adjust your training for particular opponents, or is it just business as usual and stick to what you guys do?
فكر يعني من شخص للشخص اللي بتتعاوش معاه بتغير تمرينك ولا بتركز على اللي احنا بنعمله؟ اكيد انا بسمع لك بشوف اللي بتحكي لي عليه اشتغل عليه وبنسويه. He said all he does is listen to the game plan that I give him and execute it.
So you guys don't buy. All right, this is a two-part question now. So Ahmad, you don't bother looking into videotapes or studying your opponents at all. Now, Rami, and let me take it here. Do you go and do that homework for him, study the opponents, so you can formulate a game plan to present to him?
Yes, I do. With experienced people, I do.
Gotcha. Now, how do you guys feel this bout is gonna play out in your head? If I can get, let's just say bold strategy, not bold strategy, but ding ding, round one. How do you think the bout's gonna go?
Is it to him or to me?
Well, how about this? Let's get Ahmad's answer, and then let's see if you think he's correct.
كيف بتفكر الفايت يعني هندخل حرب من اول ما يبلش من اول ما نسمع الجرس هدخل الحرب. He said he's going to war from the moment the bell rings.
Now, do you expect to stop him early?
حتى نصله إن شاء الله. He said God willing إن شاء الله.
Okay. Can I get a round out of you? First, second? Maybe if you want to, and it'll be an elbow, will it be a knee? Are we going to call our shot here?
أي جولة أو أي ضربة. خليها للفايت مفاجأة. He said it's going to be a surprise.
Can you guys tell me off record so we can see if it'll be the same that you guys come up with?
Unofficially, yes, we can.
I love it. Of course, of course. All right, before I let you guys go, you guys have had such a blossoming career in your short time together. How active do you plan on staying this year?
For me, I'm gonna try to keep him as busy as he can. I have international flights already lined up for him, but as you know, he's a Syrian refugee. We are waiting for his papers. He is legal here, but because when a person becomes a refugee, they no longer have any passport. So we're waiting for his passport to come. He's actually on his way to becoming an American citizen. It's just a matter of time now, any day now.
So the official paperwork will come in, and then you can travel as an American citizen worldwide and compete, and that's the exact plan.
Yeah, the application has already been in. From what I know about him, the application has already been in for him and his family. The only thing they're waiting for now is to get the citizenship.
So I want to ask, final question before I let you guys go. How much of a blessing is it coming from the previous life, again, coming over to America and then having just the accolades that you keep bringing to the table time and time again, the belts that you keep bringing? Can you reflect on that process of going from where you came to where you are?
اللي بتشوف كيف كانت حياتك هناك وكيف كانت حياتك هون. اللي شفته ايش اللي شفته هناك وايش اللي شفته هون. رب العالمين اعطانا كثير واحنا لازم نورجيه انه احنا بنستاهل هذا الشيء. He said God Almighty gave him and his family too much, and now that they are here in a better life in America, it's time for him and his family to show that they are grateful for what they got.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. Before I let you guys go, any sponsors, any of your family, your friends, teammates, I want to leave the floor to Rami and Ahmad, obviously, most importantly, because it is his fight, for making this title opportunity possible.
Yeah, thank you for Rami. He gave me everything. I love Rami. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rami Elite. I love you guys. See you June 18.
Closing words from my man Rami.
I have nothing to say. I want to say one thing. I just want everybody to know this young man's story. They literally had to flee a war on foot, not by car, not by plane, on foot, to leave a whole country by foot to go to another country and another country by foot. And they came here 5 years ago. You know, when Syria was getting all, bombed left and right every day, every hour, that's when they were in it and they fled it. And they came about here 5 years ago. He started training 3.5 years. So he came to America 5 years ago, and he's been in Muay Thai for 3.5 years. In 3.5 years, he's become the best fighter, the number one fighter in America. He has now a record of 13-1. He hasn't lost in 3 years. His one and only loss was his second fight, and that fight that he lost, he fought a guy that was 30 pounds heavier than him, and he took that fight on 4-day notice. You know, and he's been winning, beating everybody, not just in this tri-state area, but all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. The best fighters that you can name in his division, he's beat them. And he is a nine-time Muay Thai champion, and he is a three-time IKF champion, three-time WK champion, two-time Freedom World champion. His first world championship that he won, he beat a guy from Cambodia with over 100 fights. This is the type of fighter that Greg Pritchett is bringing to Gut Check.
Agreed. I was actually going to follow suit with that and say, not only is he winning and continues to win, but sometimes he's winning when on paper he's fighting against people that have a plethora of experience over him and still keeps coming and keeps prevailing. So again, Ahmad, I appreciate you guys taking the time. I can't wait to call this fight again, as I just love watching you fight in the ring. Rami, my brother, it's always good catching up with you, and thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Adam, for everything that you do for fighters like him and for the sport.
It's my pleasure. There they go, Ahmad Alatmah and Rami Ibrahim. They are taking on Ocatvious Slaughter. It's going down this weekend, June 18th at Gut Check Championship Series. This bout serves as the co-main event of the evening and is for the 135-pound Junior Muay Thai Championship. You don't want to sleep on this fight. You don't want to miss this card. Make sure you grab your tickets from my man Ahmad or Rami. But if you cannot see the fight in person, make sure live in Hockessin, it'll be streaming live on Fight Club Live TV. That is FCLTV.com.